Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Talk Football Live. It is match week 29. We've got the ABC crew here, myself, Biodon Charles, and we've got the Biodon
Wow.
Charles,
ABCG
Yes,
crew.
indeed.
ABCD.
ABCD.
How you guys doing?
Great.
Good, good.
Fine, 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 fine.
We have some big fixtures for you guys this season. I mean, this week. These are midweek games. Uh Charles, you're facing Aston Villa, which is a direct battle for top four, right?
Mhm.
And DJ of Charlotte, you're playing against Newcastle. You guys are flying high. Newcastle
Hmm.
is struggling. They have injuries. They're trying to manage Champions League. They're tired. It's looking like maybe a win, but we're not going to jump ahead. We'll dive right into it and we'll take some analysis. So Tuesday we have games. Wednesday is when we have this first game of Aston Villa against Chelsea. Charles, give me some thoughts about how you're feeling. I know you've shared some feelings about where you feel about Chelsea at the moment, but this is still a big game. Regardless of who is in charge or what your management is doing, there's still Chelsea pride. You guys are still at least trying to get into the top four. Maybe you're no longer fighting for the title, but at least Champions League places is still a thing. You're
Mhm.
coming up against Villa. You just
And
lost.
technically, it's top five for this year.
Sure, yeah, top
Wait,
five.
aren't this top six going to make Champions League?
Five.
Yeah,
It's only five.
If the
I think
English
there's
teams make it to
yeah
semi-final and probably even
semi-final or
do
practically
they
even
not get
win
one
it.
more slot?
I
I
think
don't
so.
think so. I think
And
the only way is if one of the English teams wins the Champions League.
So if one win, then it gives the number six the opportunity, right?
these are it
Yeah, yeah.
works. Let me help you out how it can be six, which I am predicting and hoping it happens. Don't attack me. Top six would be Arsenal or City, whichever one. My prediction is Arsenal, City, Liverpool. No, Arsenal, City, Man U,
Liverpool.
Villa, Liverpool, Chelsea, number six. Is my match right? Arsenal, City, Man U,
Talking
Villa.
about the current standing. You're talking
Chelsea
about
number.
the current standing right now.
Now, Chelsea being number six means we don't make Champions League for next year. But
But you
we
win the
didn't win Champions League this year. That takes 6 teams. But in summary, what I'm trying to say is well, we are only getting 5
True,
spots.
true.
Now we can get 7 spots if an English team wins Champions League and an English team wins Europa. That'll be 7 spots.
Okay,
So
okay, makes sense.
Which Aston Villa might
where that's
likely
where Aston
win-
Villa is. So if Aston Villa
Aston
gets
Villa likely win Europa.
top 6 and they end up winning the top 5, sorry, and they end up winning Europa. Chelsea gets to keep out of the top 5 and they end up winning Champions League, or Liverpool, anybody else. You understand? So
Yeah.
it's possible that next season we're gonna have 7 English teams, but at minimum 5. So to your
All right.
question, Ayo,
Yeah.
what am I feeling? I'm feeling a lot of things, but overall, I'm feeling indifference. Indifference towards the whole Chelsea saga right now. We're not playing like we really want it.
One second.
Coincidentally, it seems like Aston Villa are not playing like they really want it either. It's like Aston Villa were at some point weeks ago were saying they were challenging for the title, but now Man U is number 3. So are they really challenging for the title? So I think both teams are going to come with the mentality of wounded lions. In a sense, they just lost their games, the last games. We lost to the first team in the league, so I guess it's okay to say we lost. And it was a decent game. We didn't lose woefully, in my opinion. Aston Villa, on the other hand, lost to the last team in the league. So they should really be ashamed, and I think they're really going to come in fighting. So it's going to be very, very wild. I don't know if I even want to talk about predictions right now. Of course, I hope for a win, but I'm at that point where Chelsea is so inconsistent. There's no result that can surprise me. There's no result that can surprise me. Come win, come draw, come loss. I won't be surprised because we play our games like we're playing the half of games like we're playing 2 different teams. The team that plays in the first half sometimes steps up and brings a fight to the match. The second half comes and we don't see the fight. And sometimes it's vice versa. They are slacking in the first half and in the second half they wake up and perform. So I don't know the Chelsea that I will be expecting. I think
Cucurella is back.
Aston Villa will step up because I think they still have they are still closer to the top. So they can still win the game. If Man U drop points, they go back to number 3. So Aston Villa still has more faith. I think they have more fights in them, in my opinion, even though they just lost to Wolves. We, on the other hand, it's not just about Arsenal's loss. It's been showing that we tend to fight, but we can't finish fighting. People say it's the immaturity in the team. People say it's the fact that we don't have people who have actually won the league before. That mentality, winning mentality, is not there at the moment. The coach is new to this also. He is visibly new to this. So I think overall, there's something about not being able to finish what you start in Chelsea, and they need to get over that. I don't really get over it against Aston Villa because Aston Villa has a lot to prove also. So,
but if we add some perspective into it, to be fair, this is Rosenior's first loss in the league. Right? He's unbeaten so far except against Arsenal. Yes. And I think Villa are struggling because they've lost their entire midfield. They lost McGinn, they lost Baka Kamara, and they lost Tielemans. All 3 are out at least until April. Right? So they've had to rebuild that midfield. They brought back Douglas Luiz. They've pulled Onana in. And I don't even know who's Morgan Rogers is playing that 10 now, right?
Yes, playing 10, yeah. So Villa is not, in my opinion, Villa is not so much in a bad shape just because of what you just highlighted. They brought in people. Douglas Luiz, Onana, they're not the worst players to replace those who are taken out. Chelsea on the other hand, you said it's Rosenier's first loss, but when you're fighting for top 4, losses don't just hurt you. Draws hurt you. Because if you win 1 and lose 1, that's 3 points. Yeah. If you draw 2, that's 2 points. So losses are not, sometimes losses are not as bad. If you pile up draws.
Case study Liverpool.
I'm sorry?
I said the case study is Liverpool.
Exactly. So if you pile up draws, you're bound to go down. The game against Burnley, it was so obvious they were out of ideas. They didn't have what it took to take that match to the end. And that's what you need to get into top 4. Because at the end of the day, when you're fighting about top 4, every season has almost been like that. Always been like that. When you're fighting about top 4, you fight to the last day. So the 38th game of the season, you're fighting. So if you're already losing the fight at the 29th, 28th...
You fight now. You're going to Sunderland. Your body will kill. You fight. You're going to Sunderland.
At the end of the day, I think we have the squad for it. We have the players. We have the numbers.
67 players.
We just don't have the heart for it. And I think where that's going to come from is probably going to come from the manager, hopefully. But the manager himself is inexperienced. So I don't know where that's going to come from for him. So I'm not trying to blame the manager, but I'm just saying someone needs to step up, either in the Chelsea managerial roles or the captaincy role of the player. Someone needs to step up and tell these players that we are here to give our all to the final whistle, to the final game. If they don't carry that mentality, I don't think they can make it.
Okay, let me just add this. I think I saw it some days ago or something when the reports came out regarding salaries in the Premier League. Aston Villa is actually one of the teams that is paying high in the league. And I saw a chart which is very, very important to what Chelsea is saying. And Chelsea can be hopeful to get a point or even a win. Aston Villa is a team that, from the chart, I saw that they were overachieving due to screamers that they were scoring. You remember all these Rogers goals and everything? Yeah. Then he actually got to a point that the chart started coming back to the normal level, and there's a point where they are right now, which is the expected level for them. So what is happening to Villa?
They're talking of the expected goal.
Yeah. So what's happening to Villa is you say you feel bad for them because of the injuries and everything, but technically a lot is going on with Villa, and you need to give kudos to their coach. They have the internal issue, they have the pre-tax issue, they have the salary issue, they have the injuries and everything. So putting all that into it, I'll probably still say I'll go for a draw. If Chelsea is to turn up, then probably my favorite 2% will fall to Chelsea.
But that statement, if Chelsea is to turn up, is where the issue is. we don't know if Chelsea will turn. Now, the problem is Chelsea can turn up in the first half and not turn up in the second half. Chelsea can turn up for 30 minutes in a game. The last time Chelsea turned up for the whole 90 minutes, it's been a minute. I mean,
Chelsea plays right now like they are not, at some point they are playing like Sunday league. You understand? Like they just lost interest. I don't know.
Yeah. Let me
Like,
give you one game that really showed how well to show how much Chelsea loses interest. The last game we faced Arsenal and Carabao, the second in Carabao Cup. If you saw how that game progressed, they were pushing for a goal. And as time went on, when the formation was changed, the team relaxed. Eventually, Arsenal scored. We needed the goal, but Arsenal was the one scoring. And it wasn't just about the fact that Arsenal scored. It was about how the team relaxed before Arsenal scored. Now, Villa, on the other hand, they have the guys to turn up. The coach knows how to ginger those guys. They can slack against Wolves and step up initiative. And if they're going to turn, they're going to turn for the whole 90 minutes.
True.
So it's hard for me to call.
It can be a one-off for them.
I'm sorry?
It can be a one-off for them.
It can be, but the Wolves was already a one-off for them. That's the point I'm trying to make. So I don't expect this to be a one-off for them. Because Wolves was just a one-off. I don't expect them to have two one-offs back-to-back. But we shall see. But another thing is, I was going to say, Chelsea's defense, which I mentioned before the Arsenal game, is a makeshift defense right now. And it's going to keep changing.
Cucurella is back.
But Fofana is back.
Cucurella is back.
It doesn't matter. That's the point. Fofana is back today, is gone tomorrow. So today we play Sa and Chaloba. Tomorrow we'll play Fofana and Chaloba. Next week we'll play Chaloba and Badiashile, or Fofana and Badiashile. The changing, there's a reason why Arsenal is succeeding. Wake me at 2 a.m., wake anybody at 2 a.m. and ask them what's Arsenal's centre-back pairing. It's Gabriel Saliba. So right now, if everybody is healthy, we can say it's Fofana and Chaloba, but we're not really sure. It could end up being Sa and Chaloba. It could end up being Badiashile and Fofana. It can be any. So that's the major problem for Chelsea right now.
I'm tired of this Chelsea talk.
What did you say?
It's all excuses.
That's what you always say. It's all excuses, but it's the fact of the matter. Now, if you call it excuses,
do you know why it's excuses?
Is what's happening. It could be an excuse to you.
Okay, let him explain.
What's the excuse? What's the excuse you're calling out, Biodun?
We cannot sit down here and begin to give excuses on behalf of our teams, right? So number one, let us just start with the fact. You have the biggest squad
in the whole of the league.
You might argue that they don't have the quality. Hold on, you guys have to like some 67 players, right? And you also have a sister club, Transport, that you do your trafficking between, right? The side that played against Arsenal, right? It came from your sister's club, right? So let's not argue about quantity. You have the players.
I said
there is a different argument.
I said we have the players. We have a big squad.
Yeah. So exactly. So you have the players. So I don't want you to be giving excuses about injuries, because that's where I'm going.
I did not give excuses injuries.
All the clubs are suffering from injuries. You and Didi just talked about Aston Villa, right? Aston Villa are struggling right now because they lost their 3 key midfielders. We all know this thing. When you come to EPL, this is what happens. The last 3-4 seasons, Arsenal have been trying to get over the line. It has always come down to injury. You people know, you were the same people that attacked, that said Arteta should have bought a striker in January of last season, right? When we lost Havertz, right? We didn't buy player. So we all know the impact of injuries. You understand what I'm saying? So it's up to the managers and the teams to prepare for it. These things are inevitable. They will happen. You understand? Even City, the biggest one, they buy. Right? So let us all agree that we all suffer from injuries. Let's just all agree on that. We all suffer from that.
True.
How you then continue to compete with injuries is what is key. So when Chelsea begins to give excuses, I just don't want to listen to that.
Can I say something?
Now, you said something about, let me put out all the fact that you can respond. They now said something about you don't know the kind of Chelsea that will turn up. You don't know the kind of consistency. I thought we moved past that, right? Arsenal have the same issues. I complain every now and then, right? The games that they should not drop, they will drop. But at the same time, if you want to be fair, it's hard for you to play top-level football when you play 3 games in like 10 days. So you probably have 2 good games, two out of three. The third one, the boys will just try to like manage it. The clubs that are in top four, top five is because they are grinding out results. City have lapses. They are not doing well, but they are getting the 3 points.
Sure.
You understand what I'm
Sure.
saying? Arsenal against Chelsea wasn't the best of game. They figured out how to get the goals and just stay there. They said corner, people said it was terrible. We don't care. The 3 points is in the back. That is all I'm saying. If you want to be that top four, top three competing, you have to do something
Find
that
a
the
way.
others cannot do. You understand? You have to find a way. So everybody will have excuse. Wolves will tell you that they don't have money, right? Sunderland will tell you that we send players to AFCON and we had issues. Liverpool will tell you that Isak that they bought 126 million has been injured, right? So everybody has excuse. I just don't want you to come here with this excuse and saying inconsistency because now you're sounding like Amori. When Amori goes to the press conference and say, I don't know. I don't know what to expect from my boys. I don't know. So that's what you are saying. That's not what I'm saying. But I actually think you have a better chance than Aston Villa in this game for a few reasons. One of the reasons is that they beat you at home, which was a disappointing game because then I was still seeing Aston Villa as a threat. And I was supporting Chelsea that day until you people turn away the one goal lead and made Watkins a superstar, a CR7, right? So now you have to go revenge your first leg that you lost at home. And you are facing a Aston Villa that is depleted. So this is your chance, right? To get back into that. But do I want you to win? No, because I don't want you to feel good in that number 3. So I'm looking forward to Newcastle to take revenge on Man United to beat them so that Aston Villa too beats Chelsea.
I feel
Chelsea.
Bjordi used to
Villa
predict
goes
that
back to
Chelsea
number 3.
Aston Villa.
And Man United goes back to number 4.
I'm gonna take Charles'
let me
response,
respond to
and
Jordan real
then I think that's a good segue into the Newcastle Man U game.
But let me respond
So,
to Jordan
Charles,
real quick.
yeah,
First off, Jordan, I didn't complain about injuries. I never mentioned the word injuries. So you totally had me wrong. You totally had me wrong. And second point is I didn't talk about the inconsistency part. I wasn't making an excuse. I was saying what is happening. Chelsea is inconsistent. That's what's happening. I'm not saying it's an excuse. I'm just saying that's what's happening.
You
The
don't
injury
trust them
part we're
enough.
talking about, I never said, and what I said is we have too many players and we don't know our starting lineup. And I give example of the centre back period. I use Aston as an example.
okay.
Liverpool
So it's not the injuries that are making the rotation. It's just that the manager or whatever doesn't know who the best players are. There are too many options, so he's trying to rotate and find it.
Why?
That's the question for him. It's not about injuries. That's what I'm trying to call out that statement you made. Like, it's not about injuries.
Bjordu, that's the reason why he doesn't trust them.
Bjordu, you are hearing what you want to hear. I never said injuries. What I'm saying, I mentioned Gabriel Saliba. If nobody's injured in Arsenal, we know Gabriel Saliba will start. If nobody's injured in Liverpool, we know Van Dijk, Konate will start. They have a standard. We don't. If nobody's injured in Chelsea,
Bjordu, which one is why? It's not the coach. The coach will be the one to answer that, Bjordu.
That's my point. So my point is, even the coach doesn't know.
I will respond after Charles. I know the answer.
Jordan knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing. Yeah. So
He's trying to set you up
and make you understand that I'm not making excuses. I'm done making excuses for anybody. I'm just stating the fact of what's happening. Chelsea is inconsistent.
Yeah.
And that's why, because we should be number 4 or number 3 by now if we were consistent, but we are not.
It should be number 1 according to
number 1. No, it's number 1. No.
So I brought up the expected goals table based on what you were saying earlier, DG, and this is what the table looks like. So yeah, Aston Villa would actually be down to 12 based on.
So we should be number 3.
Performance. Chelsea's number 3 based on the.
Ibiodu is number 3. I was right. Number 3. You said number 1. You are wrong.
No, according to John Roy.
Yeah. Fair.
All right, let's turn around and let's talk about the Newcastle versus Man U game. DG, you're here. You're becoming a bit unbearable in the group chat. Every day, Man U is title challenging.
I'm about to block him.
Man U no longer talks to Chelsea these days. They're now looking at Chelsea down from the balcony of their skyscraper.
The disrespect.
You love that video. I was just laughing. Yeah. Tariq has really done a wonderful job. Sincerely. with Charles, in comparison to what Charles was saying for Chelsea, I would say for me, I'm kind of surprised the way the guys are digging in results. Uh, um, to be sincere, the past three games has not been that pleasant, like the way we played Arsenal, the way we played City. You understand? However, you're sorry. However, they've been able
Yes.
to get that result. You understand? Which is what is really important. I didn't see the game of Crystal Palace like I was explaining, but in me, I was like, these guys will still win. These guys will still win. And they actually dug out the results. So I would say regarding Newcastle, going to Newcastle is not always easy because they always contend with the fact that who is that team called United? They're calling themselves United. We are actually the United. So, but with the injuries that they have, I think at defense, I will say probably something that will be a narrow win for us still. But they will not just go down easily. It's not going to be an easy game. Newcastle, St. James Park is not a place that you just think you just walk in the park. With them, they have good midfielders. They have good wingers. The defense is just something that is really worrying for them. But I still believe that the way we are playing right now for each other is something that we should get a result, a slim result from them. I'm not expecting 3-0, 4-0. I'm probably expecting like 1-2 or 1-0-1 winning for the team.
1-0. You said 1-0 win.
Yeah, yeah, it's 0 win. 0-1 win. Don't say 1-0. They are the one at home. 0-1. Yeah.
Maybe it's just my wish the way it's coming out.
Mhm.
Don't be like Biodo.
Do you guys have any, Charles Biodun, do you have any contrary opinion to how Newcastle might perform in this
Yeah.
game?
Again, I think I said it earlier, right? Before you turn in. So my wish, my are doing very well. They're playing very well, right? Newcastle, they're not that great, right?
Not
They
so
have
much.
injuries too, so they're struggling. But they actually have players. Those players are not just their top players, but they have players that can come in, right?
Yeah.
We know every time when they don't play with Bruno G, it's a different level. Bruno
Yeah.
G brings another level, right? This kind of game is always sweet when you have Bruno G and Bruno F, right? Because the two of them go after who is better. We know that Bruno F is better, but Bruno G always, try to score and show his back that this is the real Bruno. You know what I mean? So that sparks the game. We're not going to have that because it's not available, right? Joe Linton, I think it might be available. Maybe can put in some fire. Then
And
Tonali,
Johnny played against Everton.
Yeah.
okay. So Tonali will be there as well. They probably have to pair him with Jacob Ramsey or Willock or somebody, right? So they will still have players that can play. The challenge is that they have PSG coming up. And before PSG, see, Newcastle is struggling. Like it's like somebody just look at Newcastle this and say, I'll just destroy your life with Man City. Like they have fed them with Man City too much. So they'll play this game. Then they have Man City next, which is the FA Cup this weekend, right? Then after that, they have to go prepare for Barcelona. Like, come on. You just want to kill these guys. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. This is the kind of game that Eddie Howe will have to prioritize. Is he not going to prioritize FA Cup? Because the league, number one, is not going to win the league. Does he have enough points to get back to top six? I don't know. I've not done the math myself. But if it feels like they have enough points to get back to top six, top seven, which I think should be paramount. The reason why that is important is because the projects, what's going to happen to the project? Are they going to fire Eddie out? He's going to live on his own? Then the investment, are they going to start the project all over again? It's going to be tough to start all over again. So they need to probably figure out a way. And the only way to keep the project going is to be in Europe, even if they don't play Champions League. Maybe they play Europa, right? That will still keep their upper line. Because think about what will happen if they don't. Those key players will not stay in that club to play 40 games like Manchester United are playing right now. You understand? Manchester United have fixed number of games. You know what I mean? Like they have to drop out of Carabao, drop out of FA Cup, no show in Europe for them to be in Europe and be boasting around the world that we are back. You understand? So Newcastle have to decide what their future will look like. The FA Cup, if they can beat Man City, do they stand a chance of winning FA Cup? Maybe. So that's something that Edia will have to figure out. Like, what am I going to prioritize? Should I prioritize Man City game this weekend because Man City too has Real Madrid coming up? Would that be an easy game for me? And they are coming to St. James's Park so that I can beat them because they've lost to Man City 3 times already. Do they want to lose fourth time? Those are idea will have to look at to know the kind of squad. But overall, everything I've said, I think is an advantage to Man United. But do I want Man United to win? No, I don't want them to win. I want them to lose this game, and I want Chelsea to lose to Aston Villa.
Okay, okay. I'm
Thank
open minded.
thank you for your emotions.
Thank you.
What did you say? Why you're hoping that with your point?
Oh yeah, of course, naturally, because you're too happy in the group these days.
Yeah, it's been
I
too
like
too
it when
cocky.
I like it when Amorim kept you very humble.
Yes.
I mean, I'm only
He's
was
there.
good. I wish
He's
I wish
there,
he
right?
was.
Amorim was doing okay. Amorim was in sixth when he got fired. I think around sixth. So he wasn't doing terribly, but you guys were humble. Now you all of
No,
us.
no. Do you know why? We are humble because just like Charles, we didn't know what to expect in the next game. You understand? You understand? We didn't know what to expect. You can just see those players just turn up and start playing like prime Barcelona. Then you go to the next game and you see them probably you're complaining about Dalo and all those players playing everything.
Did they play
But
at
right now,
Southampton?
yeah, but right now they're actually playing good football. They're actually doing like I said, the basic thing of defending, playing for each other, and the fact that the midfielders even know where Bruno is. If you notice, you see Bruno probably in his own in our halfway line, and the next thing is throwing the true pass to Konya on the flank or something. That second goal against Star Palace, I saw that goal again. The moment that ball was cleared and it was coming to him, it was as if he signaled to Dalo saying, leave it, leave it, leave it, don't worry, I will control it. Because Dalo was coming to get the ball too. It was like, don't worry, and he controlled the ball and he just put the ball back again. So it's like everyone is playing for each other. We are really happy about it, sincerely. If it's a draw, we take it because in fact we got to a point right now that a draw feels like a loss for us because they've increased the
You
standard.
see why they have to lose. You see why these people have to lose.
Yeah, they've made us believe in them that they can give us a result. If Kura is not showing up, if Bomo is showing up, if Bomo is showing up, Ahmad is showing up, Bruno is showing up. We actually miss Dogu, um, but these are the guys that are showing up. Casemiro will
So
probably show up against Newcastle right now that Bruno G is out. You will probably see more of Casemiro and Meno controlling the midfield and everything.
But
So
you're fine. But you're fine with the draw. Yeah?
no, I'm not fine with the draw. It's a
No, you said
win.
if you draw, you take it. So you show Shalibi.
No,
You get.
no, I will take it. It's not the end of the world. However, I expect that we win this game. Looking at the long-term injuries that they have, and like Biodun said, forget that Biodun putting emotion in his prediction later on. They have a lot of features coming up that they need to
Yeah.
focus on. One, either lose the O3 or prioritize something. Okay, do I take something from the league so I can get further, or should I just give up against Barcelona? But I think they can still do something against Barcelona. Will just be with the experience of Barcelona, they will just get an edge over them to qualify. But
Mm.
they will still probably do something. And AY, I don't know. At some point, when we are talking about the Premier League earlier, and I'm like, we actually need to pay attention to what the Premier League is really doing against other teams right now. There's the quality of football is more superior to other leagues. The quality of the money, everything. I don't think Shira was saying it recently with this guy. What was his name? This former Man City player that is always on TV.
Michael
Um,
Richards.
yeah, Richards. They were talking about that how the standard of football has dropped. PSG is not as good as last season. Madrid is not as good as last season. The Premier League clubs are really, really good. I think we need to really appreciate it. And like Bedu said, the money
Yeah.
The gap, in fact, the other leagues are like championship compared to the Premier
I
League.
think we talked about that, right? I mean, there's six English clubs that are all in the round of 16, right?
Yeah,
So it speaks to the strength of the league.
Yeah.
All the English teams made
All
it.
those English clubs
Yeah.
qualified in the top eight, except Newcastle, and Newcastle just narrowly, missed out.
yeah.
So it's a factor of the amount of money that the Premier League has because even when a team struggles, right? Maybe they struggle, they finish like 15th, 16th, they get another 100 millions and they can go out and buy, the best players. And I think
Yeah,
someone said today, right, the best striker for Brazil right now plays at
yeah, yeah,
Brentford, right? You got
yeah.
Thiago, who I don't think many of us had heard of, has 18 goals this season. He's banging in goals for fun, and he's from Brazil, right?
Screamers.
At Brentford. So
Yeah.
any EPL team that makes it into Europe, it's they're playing with a superior quality to most other
Yeah,
teams.
and Brentford is 2 points behind Chelsea. I just want people to remember that.
Yeah, we know.
Interesting fact. All right, let's actually take a quick look at the table before we go into predictions as things stand. So I think we know Arsenal and City are the ones battling out for the title. City and Man U are the form teams. Four wins in their last five. Those top three are unbeaten, so it shows you the consistency it takes to be at that level. But there is, I mean, we have to account that there is a huge gap between City and Man U. It's 8 points,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
Compared to the rest of the league. If you then look at 8 points down from 51, you're going all the way down to 7. Right. So I think there's now starting to be some gap, but it's still very
yeah,
close up for those clubs trying to make it into Europe.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I won't make any more comments about Chelsea. I think let me just stop there for today.
There's not much to say about Chelsea, guys. Let's move on. predictions.
All right, let's go into predictions. So games start on Tuesday. Bournemouth, the two Bs, as Biodun likes to call them. Bournemouth go up against Brentford. Biodun,
Oh,
you
this is
get
gonna be a good
your
game.
B boys to the B man.
That's it.
It's gonna be a good
That's
game.
that's a tough one, but I see Bournemouth edging out Brentford a little.
Hmm.
I see Bournemouth winning this. If anything
Really? You think
happens,
so?
a draw. I don't see. Let me just say I don't see Brentford winning this game.
Why?
Why?
I give Bournemouth a little. So the Ryan guy that they bought to replace Semeyo is doing okay.
It is.
The style
Clap for
is
me.
the same.
Clap for
Tyler
me. Clap for me.
Adams. Tyler Adams is back, right? Even though he might not be fit, but he's back. I know they lost Luis Luis Cook and Evan Nielsen probably has an injury, but it doesn't matter. It's Bournemouth. Whoever they bring in, it's just like Brighton. They just find these boys. I don't know where they find them, right? So they just fit into the system. So I think it's going to be a tough game for Brentford. Brentford almost survived Burnley over the weekend. We saw that. Playing back to back, I don't know if Brentford can do that. I don't see Brentford winning. I give it a win to Bournemouth, and if anything else happens, a draw.
Okay. All right.
Interesting.
EG, Everton go up against Burnley.
Everton.
Um,
Um, Everton. I'll probably say 2-0 because Everton, even when they lose, they're actually a good team. Yeah. So Burnley. Burnley is actually making it interesting late on.
exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really making it interesting. I'm like, what's happening? Where's all this drive beginning of the season? But well, probably they're just trying to sell themselves, get a good move after the relegation or something. But I'll
Mm,
still give it to Everton. Everton is at home. They have the confidence right now to still go for it. I think they are pushing for Europe a little bit. Probably Conference League or Europa League is still feasible for them. So I'll go for Everton on that.
okay. Late Sunderland, Charles.
That would be a crazy game.
Ah, it will be wow.
That would be a crazy game.
two mad physical teams against each other.
That's probably the one I will watch tomorrow.
Yeah, that's a
Wow.
game that can go either way. So just to play it safe, I'll call it a draw. It won't be goalless. I hope.
For
But
sure. Yeah, there will be goals in that game. I think
yeah.
that would have been my pick too as a draw. All right. Biodu, I think you already sort of gave us your prediction for this one, but I'll ask it now anyways. Wolves versus Liverpool.
Liverpool will win the game 3-2.
3-2. Wow. I don't think I've ever heard you give score prediction before.
Actually, by default.
I
3-2
I
of
actually
us.
support. I just knew Liverpool will not keep a clean sheet tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's all
Standard.
I can say.
Standard.
Yeah, they've been doing well recently, but that tomorrow, that
Liverpool is in form right now.
Yeah.
I don't see them losing. People are saying Galatasaray might be tricky. I don't see that happening. I think they are. I think they are solid right now.
Hmm.
yeah, Galatasaray might be tricky.
I don't.
Oh, yeah, where's the first leg? Is it in Turkey?
No, Liverpool.
I don't even think it matters.
Oh, yeah,
Liverpool
yeah.
is
No,
Anfield.
because Turkey is always hostile in this kind of atmosphere, and
And
yeah,
will that game even hold with all
They
those?
lost against Liverpool. They lost against Galatasaray.
Yeah, in the league phase, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
That was
yeah,
cement penalty.
yeah.
If they lose to Gala, I won't be surprised actually. I won't be surprised.
They will win that game. I can tell you that.
I
But
think
but
I expect them to win. The
yeah,
last,
I expect
I
them
don't
to
remember
win.
which game it was,
I
but
do
the
too.
last time I saw from Galatasaray, they weren't very convincing.
No, 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 no. Even that Juve one, it was like they purposely tanked the
Yeah.
game. I was telling someone that just imagine it's as if they tanked it, like let us lose. Maybe there's a fixing somewhere. Then extra time, just step up the game and just won the game, and everyone else
Well,
just going on.
Juve collected a red card, so I think that made it easier for
True,
Galatasaray. Yeah.
true, true,
All right,
true.
DG, you get Aston Villa Chelsea.
Why?
Why did you give the other?
I'll ask you, did you? Why? Why should you?
Okay. Um, I will play it fair with this one. I will say a draw. I will say a draw, but I have not really seen Villa's game since they lost their midfielders.
Mm.
So but with the form that you showed earlier, I would say a draw is a fair point for both of them. But the 2% because of home advantage for Villa.
I'll actually take predictions from everyone. Bjorn, what's your
Thank you. I was going to ask if I could speak to this. I actually think Chelsea is a stronger side. And I think I explained.
Godwin loves Chelsea.
Hold on.
No, no, he's saying the truth. He's saying the
I'm
truth.
saying the
I,
truth.
I think I agree
This
that.
current Aston Villa form. See, we said it from the beginning. People that shout Emery, I and I have always said he's not a top 2, top 3 manager. We've said it all the time, right? That's not his style. He knows his level, right? Now, Chelsea has a very good squad. It's just that they have some issues that I'm not, even if I have a solution, I will not help them
It's
solve.
spiritual.
I will not help them solve the problem, right? They have a good attack. Their problem is the defense. That
True.
a coach that wants to fix it just needs to fix the defense and blend it. Now, this game lies on their senior staff. He just played a fantastic game against Arsenal where he spent his life. That guy cannot play back-to-back games. So I don't know if he's available. And I want to quickly ask Charles, is Rhys James playing this game? Do you know?
Cucurella is back now.
Hold on. Charles, is
I don't know.
Rhys James? Okay,
Like
so
you
that's
said,
the thing.
you know,
If Rhys James is available, which
I
I
think
doubt.
I think he is. Rosinha said he's fine. He said Cole Palmer is fine as well.
No,
yeah,
okay.
they're fine. So that's the thing about Rhys
Rhys
James.
James playing back-to-back games.
Back-to-back games.
Is
Now,
a
he's
challenge.
been playing back-to-back games recently here and there. It's possible he will play.
Not when you just played against Arsenal,
I know.
right?
But it's still possible. But
So-
He was so relaxed in that Arsenal game, though. Like
Yeah,
he
because
didn't
he's a
play
very
the way he
intelligent
played.
player. He's a very intelligent player.
Yeah.
He's a very smart player. He's good. It's just his body. That's the challenge. So
He
them
was so
having,
relaxed.
just think about it, having Rhys James and Cucurella back, that's a lot of confidence to help that back line. And I
Yeah.
think they have a better team to challenge Aston Villa. I will give them a win. But do I want them to win? No. But they can beat Aston Villa in this game.
So you're beginning to sound like me, Biodo.
Okay.
When I
No. You want my prediction without my bias? Chelsea win this game.
No, that's what I'm saying. I say it beginning to sound like when I predict who will win the league, I always tell you. I don't want it.
Don't go there. No,
what is your prediction for this game?
Going after Biodo, I was going to go with the draw, but Biodo going to say we're going to win. I'm going to go with Biodo. But whatever Biodo says, please. Let it be so.
This guy, why you boy?
All right. I actually think Chelsea will win. I don't see any reason why they shouldn't win. I expect a win for Chelsea, but we'll see. Charles, you get Arsenal's game.
Oh.
Why you have to do this to me?
Brighton.
Well,
Arsenal.
honestly, Biodo always says.
Arsenal will drop points, but they will still win the league. Go ahead.
Yeah, of course. You know how I say it now. Biodo always says there are 3 teams he fears, something like that. The B teams: Bournemouth, Brentford, and Brighton. Am I right, Biodo?
Right.
Yeah. These guys, and unfortunately, we don't know the Brighton that can turn up. Brighton is playing at home. We all know a lot of these teams have beef for Arsenal or beef with Arsenal. Everybody wants to chop points from Arsenal, which we all still don't understand what happened to Spurs and Chelsea. What they didn't do, Wolves and Brentford were able to do. But I think the B team is going to step up a little bit, and maybe this game can end in a draw. Of course, Arsenal can win any day, anytime. But the Brighton that shows up will determine what will happen. If Brighton shows up, first 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and they really take the game to Arsenal, I can see them getting a draw in this game. So I'm predicting.
What's your expectation?
Charles.
Will Brighton turn up or they don't turn up?
Let's see. Let's go back to the table. Let me see their last few games.
All right. Let's look at
that and turn up.
All right. Let's look at Brighton. No.
Let's go to the table. Their last 5 games. Let's see what they've done.
So let's Brighton.
That's back down. Win. Okay.
So by standard, if it's draw, lose, win, then to be draw.
And which is what I predicted. So yes, let's stick to that draw. Let's pick that.
Okay, so you're predicting a draw.
Oh, so the last win was even against Brentford. Oh, that's
no, that wasn't their last win.
Okay.
Last game was
the match before. Yeah.
Oh,
They
okay.
did Nottingham Forest.
Just so you know, before that win against Brentford, if not for the owner of Brighton, there were talks about firing the manager. They were not doing well. They were going down. That was
They're in 12th place now, right?
That was a turnaround for them.
Okay.
They've not really turned up this season. They're just doing okay, which people might argue.
Yeah, they've
is
not
their
really
level.
turned up, but they handled Man U very well. You forgot?
They allow me to finish now.
Before you make mouth, I just want to let you know.
No. Brighton has always been a thorn in our flesh, so it's not that we make mouth with Brighton. Like you said, the B teams, Bournemouth, Brighton, and Brentford, we are having issue with them. Like those guys are always a thorn. But so for me, I would still say a draw. But Arsenal is with more than 2%. Arsenal is with like 5% chance to win the game because they have the players, they have the mentality right now that they are top of the league. But Brighton is just so weird the way these teams play that you just be surprised at what's wrong with your team. And Welbeck could just come out of nowhere and just dip in a goal.
Yep.
Dunk will just do something from nowhere and you'll be like, is your coach not even good enough?
Welbeck is on our side this season. He's going to help us win the league. So he'll behave himself tomorrow. Fulham, West Ham United.
Fulham.
Well, straight up.
You're not going to give 3 points to my manager.
You know you are a very stubborn goat. I think West Ham has relegated. You still fight.
Bianju, forgive Nuno.
Don't worry. We'll be back. We'll be back to talk about West Ham.
You're still fighting. It's not Nuno that was it's West Ham themselves. So
Uh,
they are relegated.
okay. DG,
For which one?
City Forest.
Oh, Man City. It's straight win. There's I was about to say something earlier. Man City
You
has
know,
actually
Forest has a new coach. Or you didn't factor a new coach bounce.
that new coach bounce has expired. One thing about City right now,
Oh
and
Lord.
Biodu, I know Biodu and you, everyone have noticed that with them. They don't care about winning beautifully anymore. They just want to win 1-0.
Just give me 3 points. Who cares?
That's
Just
what
give me three
matters,
points.
man. That's what
And
matters.
yeah, and so they don't care right now. They're just trying to just quickly get that goal, defend, and they're done. Because they know that's why you see, Charles said something earlier, and it's one of the things that I'm always telling you guys regarding Arsenal. I said if Arsenal is to lose this league, Arsenal will not lose this league by losses, they will lose it by draws.
Mm,
Okay?
that's fair.
Because you can hardly see a match in Arsenal futures with the form that they are in that you tell them they will lose the game.
Yeah,
They
we
probably just
hardly.
draw the game. So
Yeah,
now, if Arsenal is to say they're drawing against Brighton and Man City is to win against Nottingham
Forest.
Forest, you know your game against them will that determine who goes top because that's just 2 points. And
Mhm.
they,
Yeah,
so I would say Man City will just win this game. They're at home. They have the players right now. Semeyo is on fire. Gay
I need
is
to pour
is
water on that
playing. He's playing like Maldini right now. Is giving them everything in defense. And is Gay is actually you could see a captain material in the guy. The guy is actually controlling the defense and everything. So I'll give it
fight.
to them.
Was a former captain of Crystal Palace. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is really good. The guy is really helping them. I think he's covering the Russian guy, or is he the Ukraine guy?
Kusanov, but Diaz is
Yeah,
back, so they're not
yeah.
using. He has been benching Kusanov,
Oh,
and
okay.
I think John Stones is also back.
Oh, corner goes.
They have their players
I
back. Charles,
think the other is worried. I think
Newcastle versus Manchester United.
I think you need to ask the other his prediction for the Man
Beto
City
gave up
game.
on the league already. Beto set it as a
already told you the for me the league is I'm done.
No, but Man City
Biodu is saying
Newcastle.
that just
What's your
to
prediction?
calm himself.
What's your
guy,
prediction, Bedu?
for which one?
Man City Newcastle, Nottingham Forest.
It doesn't matter. I don't care. Can we move on?
Charles, Newcastle Man U.
I think so. I remember watching Crystal Palace Newcastle. I mean Crystal Palace Man U, and Man U could have drawn that game. Even for the Bruno brilliance, and Sesko finish
And the red card.
and the record. So I think if Newcastle plays discipline, now Newcastle have a lot of fixtures ahead of them. Barcelona, Man City, but those two are still ahead. They haven't happened yet. So I think Newcastle have what it takes to get a draw, and that's what I'm going to stand with.
A draw.
Newcastle, Man U, draw.
DG,
1-1.
do you think it's a draw, or are you confident of winning?
Yeah, we're winning the game.
Mm.
No doubt. You're sure.
No. We are winning the
Wow.
game.
Wow.
Wow,
Okay.
indeed.
Biodu, are they winning? Are they dropping points?
They can win, but I say a draw.
So we're resetting back to 0. That guy must not cut his hair.
You cannot cut it.
All right.
What does he need their cut for?
Right?
you know, you know, you know,
Okay.
AY, you know what will affect this game? Let's not
What?
assume that Chelsea actually beat Villa or they play a draw. You know, this is something that will actually ginger the guys again, saying just win and you're back to your third, or just win again and you're hitting the gap between
Or
you and
maybe
Aston
they
Villa.
will start to feel the pressure.
Mm-hmm.
So two things.
All right. Tottenham Crystal Palace. Beto, that one goes to you.
How man?
Your favorite.
Bro, I think Tottenham will win this one.
Really?
They have
Really?
to. They have to.
Crystal
win.
Palace aren't in the best form right now. So anything can happen.
Lacroix is not going to play, right? Got a Got a red card, right?
red card. Yeah.
So it's gonna miss it. So.
So for context, and I don't feel ashamed at all as an Arsenal fan showing this. Spurs have 4 straight losses. I think they're the worst
And you can
team
see Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace is draw,
in EPL at the
win,
moment.
lose, draw. So I'll probably go for draw.
Okay, you've been playing bets, right?
I know.
I'm not playing bet.
So,
I don't play bet.
They're
But
looking
it's
for,
the fun.
they're looking for
You know
patterns.
the pattern, right? Okay.
No. Before Arsenal Chelsea, I told you guys the pattern now that every home team was 2-1. Yeah.
Yeah, it
And
worked out.
Arsenal
It
Chelsea.
worked out that day, but sometimes things.
It
Yeah,
just
I
show
like
you that
it.
I'm not God.
I like it. That's fine. So
Okay.
It just show you that I'm not God.
It's a draw. Okay. All right. That brings us to the end of this week. There are no weekend games. We go into the FA Cup. But if you're still with us, watch out for a special reaction to the UCL draw. We're gonna preview the UCL game, so make sure to tune in for that.
it's only for
invited,
teams. Only for teams playing UCL.
I'm invited.
So DG won't be with us on that day. Just,
do not
No,
crash. Do not
I
crash.
will be the neutral mind.
Okay.
We don't need neutral mind.
Did you want to show up so that
We need teams playing in
you
UCL.
can understand how it feels, right?
No, I've won it. I don't need to
watch the
understand how it
episode,
feels.
DG, so you understand how the draws work. So you're ready for
No.
next.
You know when they say, "Oh, you start driving once you collect your driver's license," and you're in India
No,
to go
no.
to go take your
I'll be the clear
driving
mind
license.
for you guys. I'll be the everything.
You guys looking forward
Champions
to
League.
next season.
Ah, everything is pointing to Arsenal Bayern, but
Because you guys remember that this season, Man U, they probably play on Mondays or they play on Fridays or they play on Thursday. You guys know that they move
no,
their Premier League games to like
we've not
Mondays.
really played on
You guys-
Fridays.
You guys know, right?
Is on Sundays and Mondays
No.
or Saturday.
All
I
the
don't know.
all the weeks that we have European games, then they will move their own EPL games. They move it to Monday. Go and check.
Yeah, because of TV rights, they have to move them so that they still have to make the money. TV rights. It's
Yeah.
normal.
All right. Catch you guys on the next one. It's a wrap.